Hello and welcome to the post-Golden Slipper Punters show. Matt Taylor, Glenn Pollock, Mark Lambourne, how are you?
Not too bad. Subdued Dallas Baker here. He's
been,
no, we're all a bit flat.
No, I was flat from the weekend, but I'm flat from a fucking virus. But anyway, yeah. Anyway.
There's a bit of that around, but
that's what they do, viruses, Mark. That's the essential part of them. They go around.
And around?
Yeah.
Bit like
anyway,
race meetings, they go round
and round.
I know, but lots to talk about. Saturday.
There's lots to talk about.
Have you got something to talk about? Beautiful.
What do you want to throw up?
I've always got something to talk about. Well, can I just say how gutted I felt for Mark Sheen? I'm like, in the betting ring, there he is, he's in the betting ring, he's like, you know, he's just been pushed aside. And it's like...
Pushed aside when he was the ultimate person.
Pushed aside for what?
Yeah, exactly.
For fucking what?
Yeah, for being the
My
best
God,
of all time.
First, not only do we get Darren who's doing his job, but we get these crazy camera angles that you can't tell what.
I think, Mark.
What was the story of the camera?
Well, I think the people off course after the first eventually got the proper ones, but on course we got it. And the worst thing is, as I was saying to Matt and Aaron, I said we can't even talk about these races till we go home and watch the replay. On the fucking replay channel is still the director's cuts of everything else. So I've still got no idea about what happened on Saturday. Now, look, we're there betting, we're all doing it. But if you go to the footy, you go to the footy because you want to watch the footy, and we do have an excitement about it. I was really excited about that day, as you know. Ended up doing my arse, but you know, but from the first race, which I did back Shamalia in the first race, I thought my whole excitement about this day has now been almost taken away from us because we can't watch the fucking race.
No, well, quickly, the bubble was quickly burst.
Yeah.
I was like, huh? Well, we felt like we were at entered a foreign land, like gone to a foreign country. It was like, it wasn't racing as we knew it.
No, that's right.
We had a Hong Kong caller and some weird vision.
My little time ticker on my head was going, gee, they seem to be going a long time to still be at the 800.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when the camera angle, there they were at the 300.
Somalia's suddenly fighting a way out to get out of a hole, which you thought she was just making ground to prove his position to get to that.
Who does all these things?
A lot of it's to do with Channel 7's coverage, and then they get the directors who think these smart camera angles
directors
are smart.
Of the ATC or the directors of
Channel
7?
No, the directors and producers at Channel 7, they think we'll have this shot, we'll have this shot, we'll have this shot, and that makes for great vision. It might make for great vision, but it doesn't make for great vision when you're watching and you're betting on races, because we're used to it. It's not only that we're used to it, is that it actually, the proper vision shows what's happening in the race better.
Maybe I'll put it this way. Maybe the vision was exactly what they wanted, and maybe the vision to 90% of people who went to races that they thought it was great.
Could well be. No, well, to the general audience on Channel 7, they probably do.
They probably thought it was good.
Yeah.
But to the 5% of the dysfunctional who gamble,
who actually do pay for the industry.
Punters who watch the punters.
Do the punters pay for the industry anymore?
Of course they do.
They always have and they always will.
Well, I can't put on course, I mean. On course.
Yeah, but the off-course punters are also watching this, aren't they?
Yeah, no, but the off-course punters were after the first got the proper vision.
Oh, they got Sky Channel vision.
They got the proper vision. Yeah, according to Darren, they said we got it. So Darren.
So the first race they got
the first race got it, and I think Lee Friedman led the job. Well, we actually led the charge as well. So Lee Friedman actually said what a disgrace. Blah blah blah. On Twitter or something. Yeah, and then I think everybody joined in the chorus, obviously, and then I think from then on, home viewers got what we were able to see.
So why did Sky Channel take the Channel 7 vision in the first place?
In the first race, I don't know. Why was there no replays on course until race 3?
No replays?
For the first two races.
I think they had the TRP who run all the on-course production on behalf of Sky, and TVN were using them too. They must have had other jobs to do for Slipper Day. So they might have just been overwhelmed by it all.
Yeah, overwhelmed. So
it wasn't like Sky came in with their new systems and that. They were using the same guys.
Yeah, they use TVN and Sky Channel use the same production company to put it out.
Yeah.
So that didn't change.
Actually, I suppose we spoke about this long enough. Like, it was just terrible.
Shit.
And who was calling the races on Channel 7?
Who was calling it? It would be Darren, wouldn't it?
So we've got one caller.
We've got one caller.
That's it. He's on course.
On course.
He's Sky. He's Channel 7. He's the whole package.
Well, he actually did a good job to actually say they're going off to the gates and they're moving into the barrel. I can't believe he did that.
Glenn had he pulled him aside.
Oh, you did?
I grabbed him on
Wednesday.
Right, on Thursday, yeah, at Warwick Farm.
Yeah, I said, hi Darren, how you going? I don't want to give it to you on your first day of the job. but you know, you're filling in Sheen's boots. They're big boots to fill. You've got to let the punters know where they are. Because on one of the races there, he said they're in the barrier, they've jumped. I had to put like 1,000 back on Loffield, and it cost me money.
Right.
So but he got that right on Saturday. I got to say he went from 2.5 out of 10 on Thursday to a rating of 7.5 out of 10 on Saturday. Maybe
it's
a bit
high rating.
Look, I don't. Pressure of Golden Slipper second up.
Yeah. Look, I don't think we're going to have any problems with Darren being a caller. Darren's a good caller, and Darren actually his calls are structured for punters as almost as much as Mark's.
What we're all disgusted about is losing Sheen.
Yeah,
but there's no need.
There's no need.
Mark. You've got your off-course broadcaster. You've got your on-course broadcaster. Yeah. The whole idea of conducting something at the race is...
Talking about need here, Mark. We don't know what Mark is getting paid to do it. No. So let's say it's 4x. He's getting 4x per year. And now TVN things, and all of a sudden, Flindell's been living in the land of fried rice for 17 years. I'm desperate to get back to Australia. If anything ever comes back, please let me back. Well, Darren, you wouldn't, but there's an opportunity coming in 6 months to come back. We can give you 1.5x.
Oh, it's quite possible, but who's giving you that to him?
I don't know. I'm just saying, is it we can't keep Sheen
because the opportunity was for Sky Channel, wasn't it? Because Matthew Hill ducked off in January. Who's been calling the races for Sky? Who's been calling the races on the radio for the last 3 months? Josh Fleming?
Fleming's been number one, man.
Josh Fleming's been calling the races on the radio, right?
Right.
So that's Flindell's job.
Yeah, Flindell.
That's his job.
Darren should be...
Well,
so why has Sheen gone?
Yeah.
There's no good reason for it.
There's always been two callers.
I don't know either. I miss listening on.
Anyway,
it was worse for me at Warwick Farm. You got no idea.
Well, I didn't know
I was first up with him.
Midnight when I found a replay on Sky Channel. It's the Racing New South Wales website.
Well, yeah, it was down on Saturday night. It was really helpful.
So the Exosphere actually jumped last and got squeezed, and I didn't hear about that until midnight.
No.
And Mark Sheen, he's got the top 3 runners in his head, and he'll tell you where they are at the start, but they didn't mention it.
Yeah.
So, people keep saying he's world class, and he is, but he's not as good as Mark.
Well, I never thought if we go back those 20 years ago when Johnny Tapp used to give Mark Sheen the one race on Melbourne Cup Day, and I used to think, holy hell, this is terrible. I can't hear a thing. He had no modulation in his voice.
That's right, exactly.
He was
and he got his act together, and like suddenly all that tone and colour came into his voice, and you could hear. Going to D. Flindell on Saturday, there was that lacking in modulation. You couldn't hear.
But that will come with more confidence. You got to remember he's calling these horses for the first time too. As he gets back and used to the circuit and used to what the horses are and what they are. I don't think
you are right, Dad. You are right.
We'll have no problems with Darren, but Darren isn't the person who's putting the camera shots on. I thought the interesting thing was the one time the director's cut was fucking brilliant. The big story of the week for most people who know was Vancouver, the wide gate. What's it going to do? This is the time we want to see the fucking Goodyear blimp shot.
Yeah.
Anyway, the official video is showing Vancouver's coming across, it's about to get in. No, we'll cross to the fucking ground shot. You watch the replay, right at the critical point where you think, Tommy's going to get one off here. He's going to get one off. Oh, no.
How easy was it? It was looking like there with the white.
There it is. And no, hang on. We'll just come back to the punchline at the end of the fucking race. So whoever's the directors who's switching the thing, maybe I have an idea who the odds are, or the 6-4 favourite is.
So easily. Like Stick Fondly went forward, and there was huge gap.
This is all Murray's fault. Have you ever seen races run more cleaner?
Well, that's the point I made. I think we learnt this after the Sweet Idea Golden Slipper, where we thought he was going to have the
Sweet Idea won another Golden Slipper.
So the Sweet Idea. What's his fucking name? Overreach or whatever it's called. Yeah. When we saw that, and it was the same. I think there was the same sort of thing. Thinking, they're going to take him out. They're going to do that. It doesn't happen anymore. No, it doesn't.
Like, how wouldn't
every rider just Greg Hall, Moline.
How wouldn't every rider just go? I'm going forward and I'm watching what Vancouver does because I want him out of the race.
Yeah, exactly right.
I want him out of the race. That'll give me a chance.
But it doesn't happen anymore.
It's like watching reverse park a car perfectly.
I heard someone who, I'm not sure if it's you or Darren, who's doing the speed map for the race. He said there's lots of fast horses in the race, there's lots of slow horses. I'm not surprised.
Darren said the same thing. Yeah, no, we weren't surprised. No,
I thought he could have got in too. Why not?
I thought there was a good chance of getting around a race.
Okay, it's all right to think that I can see that happening. I'm just saying, how does it happen?
Because of what you just said. Because everything's so clean now. They can't come over and shirt front.
Greg
Hall
Merlin, exactly right.
Didman back.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, put it this way, you knew Merlin wasn't going to get an easy time, but you also knew that Greg Hall wasn't going to allow it to get a hard time either. And it's just, oh, well, you want to do this to me, well, this is what I'm going to do to you. So I suppose anyway. And I've just realised that I sent the format through without saving it, so we'll just,
What do you mean the format?
Well, this format, I didn't, when I sent it through, I forgot to press save, so it's only got half of it in it. So there's about half of the email.
You sent
the unsaved version.
You sent the bones.
The probably where I got up to just before I had the coffee.
Oh,
yeah, so like that's probably pre-coffee stage. Anyway, so all right, cool. Moving along. What did we
9,500 people, particularly disappointing crowd.
Awful crowd. Have we ever seen?
I didn't mind it.
It's fine for us.
I think, given what happened week 1, that was where you were going to get to.
Well,
so in week 2, do we beat 15,000?
Next week.
Next week we'll get 5.
Next week will be nothing. Next week will be a Saturday.
Next week will be worse than
BMW day.
Yeah, who cares?
BMW what? We've run the Australian Cup one week, the Rand the next week. What's happening with the BMW? It's like a bodgy barrier trial for the Queen Elizabeth. Because you don't want to.
But like 9,500 on Slipper Day is an absolute disgrace, isn't it?
19 up.
But it wasn't Slipper Day. You know, it just happened to have the golden Slipper Day.
Right. Now, there's an interesting little aside. Our man Nicky Ashman,
a good man,
did
spoke. Sweet idea. I didn't know about that. Yeah. With the Clocker show with Matt and Nick, they were a big rap for Sweet Idea. I was thinking,
was he?
Good man, Nick. Anyway,
you can't remember.
He didn't remind me.
So I was thinking on the Friday when we were discussing the Galaxy. Why didn't you mention Nick?
I don't know what he's saying.
Also, one thing about Sweet Idea, it was Gay Waterhouse, Blake Shin. It's an underrated spreading type, and to get to $20 for fair didn't seem fair.
Look, none of us found it, and she pissed him. She absolutely pissed him.
She's not 3 lengths.
Like, I'd never seen her ridden like that.
She's run a career best by probably about 3 lengths.
You know, they have gone warp speed there.
Yeah.
Like Deep Field is just absolutely self-destructed.
Yeah, blinkers on work. They fired him up anyway.
Yeah, well, that's, you know, he's been put in his wheelchair at the top of the hill and taking the brakes off.
He might be in the wheelchair for life.
I think he was probably already in the chair, wasn't he?
Well,
you know what they're planning on doing? They're planning on backing him up on Friday in the Moonee Valley race. Just Group 1 desperation to try to get the stallion thing.
Oh, right.
Friday.
Oh, there's is it the William Reid or the Manicato or the fucking whatever race they've moved around from somewhere? It's a Group 1 1200 metre race.
Why don't you just spell him and start again in the spring with, I don't know, Lincoln Ruby will be gone and Brazen Bow will be at start and
well, Brazen Bow's only running down the straight apparently now.
Right, and
he'll be over in England.
He'll be in England.
Yeah.
He'll be up against Sweet Idea.
Sweet Idea.
Sweet Idea will probably be.
Yeah, love it. But back to what I was saying about the report, and this is getting back to the marketing of everything. Nick's wrote an article about Nicole Richie. How good is Golden Slipper Ambassador Nicole Richie?
What?
Brianna, this is coming from Nick. Do you reckon that's a sarcastic comment or not?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I realise that.
Yeah.
Nicole Richie's the
Did you know she was out there?
No.
Yeah, I knew she was there.
Yeah, were you?
I'd heard about it.
Yeah.
I heard Brett Devine talk about it on some Fullpack radio.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, Brianna Domjian from our office, this being News Limited, interviewed her through the week and received this beforehand. We are strictly not allowed to touch on drugs, the simple life, Cameron Diaz and rehab in the interview. If any of these topics are brought up, her team will shut down the interview.
Why Cameron Diaz?
I don't know. I assume, I don't know, did she lick her out once or something? I don't know.
Cat fight.
Cat fight, was it? Maybe, this is your debate.
Who's her husband? Benji or...
Benji?
Madden, the other one. Joel Madden.
Maybe Joel did a bit of Cameron Diaz on the side.
Oh, did he?
I'm just saying maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. Could do.
Cameron's a bit of a player, isn't she?
I don't know. I haven't met her.
But can we just get back to the point here? What the hell does Nicole Richie have? How does she have anything to do with our races?
Exactly right. But anyway.
Like anything.
Anyway, so I was showing a mate.
But people these days, mate, you're 1% of the crowd, like your type of person. 99% of it, they're in a frilly dress, drinking champagne.
For the party.
They're on Twitter, and Nicole Richie's a big part of their life.
But Nicole Richie would have cost 27 billion. It's obviously not a big enough part of people's life to get more than 9,500.
Well, she might have been 27 billion. She might have cost, what? You would have got it for 25,000.
Well, whatever.
What, to do what?
Come to races.
Well, whatever it is, it hasn't worked.
Talk about all those things.
Tweeted about it. She got interviewed. That was
whatever it is, Glenn. Whatever it is, they got 9,500 there. So I'd say the marketing for Golden Slipper Day is an abject failure.
Yeah. Like their benchmark was always 30. Now they didn't get 30 to Golden Slipper Day.
Exactly right. That's right.
It was a failure.
Exactly. Anyway, so I was showing this to a mutual friend, and Nick said he's given it to Nicole Richie, and I go Nick again, and I checked it online because I didn't have the paper with me. So, but I mean, this is the Sunday Telegraph. I think it's the nation's biggest selling paper, so plenty of people have seen it. I was with someone. I said, check this online. Anyway, there's Nick's column. The Nicole Richie story had gone.
Ah, so it was bumped. I rang
Nick and I said, where's the Nicole Richie thing? Blah, blah, blah. He said, I don't know. I said, blah, blah, blah. He said, so I've got a feeling the ATC or the Eastern New South Wales haven't been happy about this and pulled it. Now, I know we have a relationship frosty with them. Now, rather than pulling stories that I think the criticism is more than valid, how about you do your jobs better and promote the Golden Slipper? We're not actually just the only ones saying it. Ken Callender in the column, his column has also said it as well, to the people of Western Sydney, and not promote the championships to everybody the week of the Golden Slipper. Maybe that might be an idea rather than pulling articles that are, I think, in fairness, quite fair.
Well, it's North Korea.
North Korea, which we'll talk about.
Kim Jong-Volandis.
Well, we don't know if it was
Pete. Laugh at him, Matt.
We don't know.
To Matt, I'm fresh, you know.
Yeah.
You guys have had this shit for 3 years, 4 years.
Well, we don't know if it was Pete.
Sorry, mate.
We don't know if it was Pete or we don't know as anyone, but I think somebody did pull the story.
Oh yeah, they've gone. You know, we pay you a lot of money.
Yeah.
Same shoes.
Yeah.
What are you doing writing that story?
Yeah, exactly right. Anyway, let's talk about the races. No. What did we make of the Golden Slipper? Did Vancouver too good?
The best horse won. Yeah. Coming off a PR. The surprise packets were the bottom one. What was it called?
Who? Well, the bottom one, Lake Geneva.
No, the real bottom one.
Serenade.
No, Ready for Victory.
No, Serenade. They found the fence. Soft run. It's like
sixth.
It ran sixth, but I'm looking down the line there, and the only horse in the top 7 that was on the 3-weight line is the winner. It's the winner.
Exactly right. The winner's the dominant horse, isn't
and the last
like English
winners.
perfect run.
Yeah.
Lake Geneva perfect run. Ready for Victory.
Well, okay, but everyone talking about Ready for Victory, you've got to remember that the lanes out wide at Rosehill are worth 3 lengths. So whilst it's probably
but you've still got to have the softness before you find the lane.
That's right. Yeah, but I mean, like what I'm saying is that okay, it's an amazing blah blah blah. It's running on ground that's 3 lengths faster than every other horse. So,
and the last 10 Slipper winners have travelled on the fence at some point. Vancouver done
it was probably a less brutal Slipper than a lot.
How did the English run second?
Shin. It was perfect B Shin, wasn't it? Perfect. Right there she was, rails midfield, and he's just cut the corner.
One of the best back runners in the race.
Yeah, it was well backed.
It's $18 to $14 taken.
Well, it started. Fourth pick.
I'm marking at 10s after the race.
It started 4th pick.
But we could. But it was pretty ho-hum. There it was. Ecstasy had the glandular fever after the race. What did it?
Cardiac arrhythmia.
Yeah.
I just call it glandular fever because I can never remember cardiac arrhythmia.
Glandular fever, same thing. Viruses is a heart problem. Yeah.
Palpitations. You can call it palpitations.
Whatever it is. Okay, cool. Well, there's the Slipper. Going forward, Vancouver just wins the next 2 races if it's
just wins.
Remains right.
Just
wins. It's the dominant horse, as we know.
And you might get even money the double.
It's still $1.90 in the size.
No way.
I think it is. Yeah.
Oh, it's $1.50, $1.40.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, who's gonna beat it?
Who can?
$1.90 is great odds.
Yeah, exactly. Back to Remo.
I thought it evens the double.
Yeah, evens the double. Do you want almost even?
What about 5 to 2?
There's the voice of reason.
Yeah.
Don't look on the day when he's busy laying it and backing everything
exactly
else.
right. Now it is. Yeah, exactly.
At the moment, it's just black and white. At the end of the day, I go. It's a bit of a risk there.
This is a risk, yeah.
I know, you start sort of manufacturing stuff. You know, it's like, how can I make this up? Yeah, I can make this up. I'm clever enough to make this up.
I know, exactly. What happens is all those different opinions by someone like me times 1,000 people creates a market.
Beautiful. One of the main things we've been seeing the last couple of weeks, where Betfair may not have been as deadly as it can be. The last few weeks has been absolutely deadly when the bad signs about horses, and they are just not going. We saw Swainus that was ended up being truckloaded, but that was Sean versus the World. Early days it was just fuck off Swainus. He's Your Man was just just fucked off it. Totally.
Well, I think the worst one on the Saturday was Maygrove.
Maygrove was on the list, and even Rising Romance.
Two's on the tote. Just quickly to threes. Like quickly to threes on the fair. You know, followed up by the ring, and then whatever you want out of it at 420, 440.
And they're just not going. Like Swainus. And you hear the rumours. It's interesting to hear that Rising Romance had a little bit of a problem after the race. Well, rumours came through before the race. There might be a problem with it. Swainus, same thing. Rumours came through. Just, after a lot of business has been, there might be a setback with this horse. All that sort of shit that we hear coming through it. That looks to be matched up by somebody or people out there in Betfair land that seem to know it, and the horse doesn't have a price.
But Dal, 20 years ago, you had no idea about this.
Yeah, I know.
At least we do have.
Yeah, we do.
As painful as it is, to only learn 15 minutes before the race. It's still better than learning before the way we did before.
Granted, I think that's fine, Mark. But also too, we have the stewards out there that say, Betfair, every bet's tracked, we can track it. Well, do you? Do you actually look into it and say, well, who was this person that was
Wisconsin team?
Hey? Yeah, but who was this person that everybody wanted to put 2,000 on Maygrove in Betfair? Was it one person who said 2,000? You want 3? Who was that person, and why were they doing it? Who were the people who just kept wanting to lay? He's your man.
Are we allowed to know why they wanted to do it? You said why did they do it?
Who are they then? They investigate that and then look at.
Okay, so they investigate. They go, here we've got Bill Smith here. He's got 3,000. Now, Mr. Bill Smith, why did you do that? His answer is, fuck off.
Well, that's fine. Fair enough. At least,
but an investigation actually at least tries to ask.
Exactly.
Whether the guy goes fuck off or not doesn't matter.
Exactly right. At least if they ask the question.
I don't know.
It's like we are actually tracking.
I think they say, more on top of it. I think it's uninvestigatable. Is that a word?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
There's a new word.
But
uninvestigatable.
For a lot of things.
CSI do a lot better job than that.
I think from a person betting on them point of view, forgetting about horses being knocked over, all that sort of shit, they're the questions that I would like answered as to why and who.
Well, the best stable in the world for this is Waller's stable. When they blow, they
exactly
have no
right.
price. We've even got Dirty Filthy Perm in the last, as solid in the $17 on the fair. There he was. We got an email about of a racing, a smart racing man. Like Permit. Well, what the hell is Permit?
Well, he
wins by 3.
He hasn't won
gets beaten by 15.
He gets 15.
Gets beaten by 17. Then the fair wants to be on him.
It's Waller. And the other thing was that
does Waller own the fair?
But the other thing was that Waller hadn't been a player up until the last race, so you knew that.
What did you know?
You knew that Waller was going to happen. Bagman and, as it turned out,
and
Grandma. Diametric, just set the speed, got beat to 38 lengths.
Diametric was unwanted on the fair, didn't make it to the bends. Permit was as solid as a rock, got the biscuits. There's a Waller Fairman out there.
No, it's 2,400 metres. They're going, this is a 2,400 metre course. This is, and that's what they do at 2,400. That's when I say they, I say, there's a solid school of thought there that goes, this is a different land. 2,400 metres, you can't just try your luck here. And that's one of the reasons Permit was so solid on the fair, was that he is a recognised, established 2,400 metre horse.
Too good. Great ride by Tommy too.
Contributor, best horse in Australia according to James McDonald.
Yeah, well, that's just a couple of words, but
nice. Another slow-paced win for Contributor.
Ridden perfectly, dominated the field. What can you say? I don't know. Other than the fact that He's Your Man appeared to take no part, but based on betting.
Lucia Valentina was completely a shot duck. I don't know how that horse had that form from a year ago when Nash kept winning. I don't know what's it called.
Well, Nash. It was Nash. It wasn't.
All those horses are completely gone. We've got the best horse in the world.
What do you make of the Japanese?
Japanese horse.
Toss and Stratton.
They're hard to get your hands on.
No, you look at them. You're like,
okay, well they've been paraded by 4'6" Japanese people in suits. Straight away, I'm spinning. You know, I'm waiting for
there you go. The plane.
I'm just waiting for looking to the skies because that's how I think. So 4 little blokes, they're going, and they speak in a different language, blah, 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 and I'm just going. So straight away, I'm thinking all my grandfather.
So you can't even look at the horse because of what's happening around.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah,
it's a distraction. Just there for you.
And they all run around in little suits that don't fit them. They have ties that always have their buttons undone. They all have black hair, but that's not saying much.
Terribly dangerous territory now.
Why? Well, you ask me why it doesn't make me spin. I don't like Oriental people. I'm very proud of that.
Okay, what do you think of the Oriental horses?
Well, I struggle to even look at them because I keep looking at the little blokes. That's what I said to you. But they do parade around and dance around, and I've got to say one thing. They are strong horses, aren't they?
Well, the thing about them is that
each run second. The other one races Wayne won. They had 3 produced on the day.
Yeah.
They're all first up from 87 years.
Yeah.
They've been stuck out at Canterbury. They feed these horses fried rice. Did you know they eat fried? They don't eat oats.
Fried rice is more of a Chinese thing than a Japanese thing.
It's all the same to me.
Yeah, exactly right.
All of them.
Equally.
I remember my grandfather's friends all getting killed and that. I don't forget.
Were you born at the time, Glenn?
No, but you told me. I'm not forgetting. Okay? I'm not forgetting.
Didn't you?
The war.
Hang on.
Before I was
Hang on. Didn't you come on the show and say one thing about? I think you were talking about Jewish people and driving German cars, and how it was time to move on, and that.
Yeah, I find it's pretty funny though, isn't it? The Jewish is getting rid of BMWs. That does make a whole Mercedes. That makes me laugh.
Anyway, all right. So yeah, we've talking about contributor. Real impact.
I thought he went to a new level of contributor. After what we saw at Warwick Farm, I thought he was on the way down, but he just went.
But didn't he just tail up the horse? Like
no, he's won on another slow pace.
There's no guts to that race, is there? There's nothing in the
He's your man. He's your man. Toso Stardom was first up.
Well, that's what I said.
He's your man went awful.
He's your man. What didn't participate
and has a bad.
But
back
what is the story with He's Your Man?
That shooting to win.
What's the story with He's Your Man?
Yeah, shooting to win. I think he's got a bad back.
Shooting to win. Yeah, that's right.
Or maybe it's He's Your Man.
No, shooting to win. I heard they've got a bad back. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, He's Your Man. Yeah. Well, what was the story then? Why was it so why was it so hated when it looked so second up with trial, obvious pick? We all thought,
like, progressing well.
He's your man.
Looking at the form.
Keep looking about that McKinnon run, and you think,
like, surely He's Your Man had made a nice step, first up to second up, and then had the trial since. He looked, he looked like he'd at least throw his.
He paraded really well. He had a top rider on it. It's a great trainer. But one thing said he couldn't possibly run a good race, and that was Betfair.
Yeah, Betfair said no.
No, it just said no.
Not even, no with 57 exclamation marks.
No, if you put your money on this, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
That was what the fair said.
Yes, welcome to Waller on the fair. That's, that is the stable that you cannot do with Betfair riders.
They need a new segment on Betfair, like Fair Chris or Bet Waller or something. His horses are dynamite on the fair.
Anything to say?
I wonder if he knows about this. He might not even know.
No, exactly.
It's some little connection with the stable, and they know.
Actually, well, I mean, we use Chris Waller's name in talking about that because it's only his stable's runners. It's not. We're more talking about the.
What do you want, Shell?
Trying to sell the cards that way.
That's how you win, mate.
There it is. No, okay, cool. George Ryder, what are we saying?
Did you like that with him?
No, hang on, can we talk about the Rose of Guineas? Because that's on the back of the...
Well, what we saw was 2 great 3-year-olds. Hello Crown definitely didn't stay.
Yep.
Definitely didn't stay.
Yep.
And
ridden perfectly.
And Swainess, is Swainess a bit of a myth?
Well, there's 2 schools of thought there. There's myth or there's Betfair riders.
I think there's Betfair riders. I heard there was a problem.
And there was with the DF, which is the 2 New Zealanders who look good staying types. They're coming on staying trips. And we had the Derby winner return to form. And
well, I backed preferment. So it's not, that's an unusual sort of bet for me. I only had one bet on Friday in the previous show. I had one bet in the race.
What, 40s or 30s?
Well, just half a unit on whatever price it is.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And the betting doesn't really tell the full story there, does it? Because Swainus was so easy, and then Sean jumped in, and it was Sean versus the world.
So going
which is Sean.
There's not many chances in the Derby. Preferment would clearly be top pick.
Yeah, we're often for 30s SP, which is a little bit of a trick.
Is there anything coming through? Is there anything coming through?
It wasn't 30s SP. It was
well, what are we going to do with the Kiwis? Because, I mean, the winner has been 2400 and went okay.
Yeah, the winner fits in.
And the other horse,
the Baker horse,
goes back up to 2400 and probably fits in again.
God, this shit wasn't again. Paraded. What? It's a funny horse.
Hang on, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runners there. Say Swainus is gone. Who's running in the Derby?
That's what I said to you. That's what I said. Preferment's like, there it is.
So,
those Melbourne horses come up?
Has Bindi got something?
Alpine Eagle.
Fraser's still 3?
Fraser killed me.
Kermadec.
Is Kermadec done?
Couldn't be a Derby. He's like Hallowed Crown.
Doncaster.
Kermadec's Doncaster.
Doncaster, but then he's problem with the Doncaster.
Hallowed Crown to be Doncaster.
Yeah. Well, fucking Preferment wins. He might be on the horse.
If Alpine Eagle comes up,
Alpine Eagle will win it by 10 lengths.
Over 2400.
Alpine Eagle, yeah, but it's still going to have enough. No, Alpine Eagle, no, it's not coming. No, because it would have been.
Okay, so all of a sudden, the Tulloch Stakes next week is alive and well.
It is alive and well
for
exactly
the Derby.
Yeah,
to run the placings
behind
Preferment and the New Zealand horse.
Yeah.
Look, let's go for it. Preferment wins the Derby. Vancouver wins both. Hallowed Crown will win the Doncaster.
Japanese will win everything else.
And, I hope they don't all parade together. It's like bonsai. You can see with those red things.
You used to watch Monkeys. Monkeys is everyone's favourite show.
Monkey, I've never
heard. Monkey.
I've got a great story. I've got the best story of the races on Saturday. Now, email us in. This is mathematically impossible.
Everyone loves to say that. Yeah, go on.
No, this is mathematically impossible. How old am I? 52 and a half. I was with the bloke at the races. I said, I'm doing this. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, I'm going to do this. I said, are you sure you can do that? I said, are you sure you can do it? He said to me, I'm not here to fuck spiders. Have you heard that saying? I'm not here to fuck spiders. Have you heard that saying?
Yes.
You've heard that saying?
Yeah.
So you've heard the saying?
100%.
Okay, so he's heard it 100%. Have you?
I think so.
You think so? On Saturday, it was the very first time I'd heard it. Like you said, you think so. I'm not here to fuck spiders. So this bloke said it to me before race 1. Race 6, I'm talking to Dallas, he goes, well, we're not here to fuck spiders. And I said to Dallas, I said, have you been talking to that bloke over there? He said, what bloke? It's over there. He goes, no. So I've never heard it in my entire life. I heard it twice in one day. So what? That is mathematically impossible.
Well, it's not impossible.
Well, you times your days, okay.
It's highly unlikely.
52 times 365, what's that? We're looking at, I've been alive 20,000 days. So in 20,000 different days of my life, I've never heard the thing. And the day I hear it twice on the same day.
Two different people, unrelated.
So it's 20,000 times 20,000.
Your ears were attuned to it.
It's a 40 million to 1 chance.
But then again...
you're saying my ears were attuned to it?
Right, you'd heard it once, so it was like...
Well, you'd heard it.
In fact, probably, you know what it was like? You'd probably heard it once before and not registered. It's like allergies. Allergies.
When the first bloke said it, I went, I've never heard that before. He said, I said, well, you can work out what it means. It means he'd have a go. Makes sense, but he had to explain it to me. I said, I've never heard that. And then Dallas said it. I went, why didn't I?
Yeah.
What's going on?
What? Yeah, you're freaked out.
But then again, Glenn, it was only about 3 months ago you knew the term
Email me in
4B2.
if you've never heard it either.
You only heard the term 4B2 for the first time.
Yeah, I only heard it.
Moving right along.
You think I would have invented it?
Yeah, exactly. It's only rhyming slang. It's not offensive. Surely calling a Jewish person a 4B2 isn't offensive. It's just rhyming slang. Matt, come on.
Are you Jewish?
It's not. Come on.
I'm director of all things moral.
Moralistically, it's surely.
4B2 is rude, though, do you?
It can't be. You're a Jew. They're Jews. It's a 4B2. It's rhyming slang.
I don't know. You have
like calling an Aboriginal an egg and spoon surely isn't offensive.
That's not that bad.
Yes, it is.
I didn't have to edit anything out.
No, you're right. That's fine.
Can we talk about one of the ferocious races of the day, which was George Ryder?
Yeah, exactly. And that's
the Japanese horse. I don't know what James McDonald knew, but he was out there to break all and sundry. And there's poor little Criterion who's going, oh, I'm going to win a race. I'm going to win a race. I'm going to win a race. I'm going to win.
He got squeezed at the start. Did you watch it on the tapes?
Yeah, but then he just got a dream run at Criterion, and like C. Williams, who has apparently been riding really poorly in Melbourne for ages,
until I forgot,
comes up here and just
until I mentioned to Glenn,
and I was mentioning
he was there fucking spiders.
They were grabbing me there on Australian Guineas Day, going, C. Williams is so gone, he's riding so badly. I look at C. Williams on Saturday and I go, just rode the C. Williams of old. I'm Carnival. I'm the Carnival jockey you want.
It's funny how they can flip their form.
And then you get G. Goss there, who gets into race 2, and he did not know what he was doing. He is 3 deep throughout on telepathic in a 1900 metre race from gate 5. He was completely out of sorts.
But it's the longest part 1 ever.
It is, I think so. But just on that with the Japanese horse, I think it's gone on our numbers. It's gone about 7 lengths above and kept going. But that's sort of the typical speed that they go in Japan. This is why they're so good. They're better horses, I think, to start with. But then they've also got that preparedness and that condition where most of their races are run at what we would say is brutal paces, and they just go, yeah, here we are. This is what we do.
But what an advantage! So if you're an on-pace Japanese horse, and you're coming around in our races, you're getting a huge advantage. If you're an off-pace Japanese horse, you're coming around in our races, you're over. You're curtains, because you're used to running in these.
Yeah. That could have been your pearl.
Well, it's I've written email those.
Beautiful. All right, cool. Yay, part 1.